Hello everybody and welcome to the Adventures of Drawing. I'll draw a scene for you using a variety of pencils, a blending stump and an eraser. So without further ado, let's go right into this. Alright, let's have our horizon line right here. Just wanted to correct this because it's completely not straight, but I think I'm just going to go with this. It's not going to be too much of a problem anyway, since we're not going to be able to see the horizon right here. And now I have to think about what I'm doing right here, because there's something I want to try. Maybe that's what this is going to look like. Let me think about what this is going to be. That's going to go right there. Okay, and this is maybe going there. Can go here, could go to the right. Let's make it go a little bit to the left though, like this. Okay, and then we connect all those tips that go down right here to the ground, or at least extend them, and all the tips of this zigzag line that point up need another line going down from them. Maybe there's another mountain going up here, maybe that's a big chonker right there. Then we need another line right here, and yeah, maybe like this. And we need something here as well. I think this would be something like that. Okay. Now let's go in and put some more faces of the mountains down here. Maybe this connects right there. Extending this a little bit more, and then going down here like this. Okay, down here like that. All right. Now let's give the ground right here just a little bit of a value. And yeah, not too much of a structure for now. Let's just make it gray like this. A light gray. Okay, going over here like this into those mountains. Okay. Now let's see if I can make the right side of those mountains the shadow side. Okay, let's go in and give the light sides just a tiny bit of a value with the HB pencil, so I can go in and give everything a value theoretically, since the darker areas will be covered up as well with darker pencils, so it wouldn't matter if I put in some light values there, but I'm not going to do it because I'm afraid if I give the entirety of the area of those mountains a light gray value, I am going to lose track of my lines and therefore of the shapes of the mountains. Okay, like this, with the light mountain sides having a value, I can still see the other sides, the sides that are going to be dark. And now right here in the background, I'm just going to give the dark mountain sides a value with the HB pencil. Darker than the light sides, of course, but it's not going to be too dark right here yet. I want those in the distance to be lighter for that atmospherical depth in my scene. And let's go with the HB pencil here with this one as the last one. Just a second. Okay. Now, going in here. Like this. Maybe I should give the upper or the lower side a darker value to set those mountains apart. So I'm giving the upper edge right here a little bit of a darker value than the rest of this right mountain face right here, so that down there where I am right now, the mountains are separated a little bit. Down here it's just going to be a line like this, and now I've got a nice separation in between those mountains going. Okay, now let's go into the shadow side right here. Curves down there like that, goes up right here. Let's give it all a value like this. And I gotta blow my nose again. All right, there we go. Let's go up here into this plane down below to the right in front of the mountains, and up the mountain right here. Now let's separate those mountains again. There's a pretty good separation between this one and the one in the background, but I want some separation between those right here. This one, the tiny peak in the middle, and those right here. Maybe this one goes over there like this. And then here we've got all sorts of hills going on. Maybe like so. Okay. Let's go in right here. Yeah, let me follow the shape of the mountain like this. Right there. over here, like so. In here, let me leave a couple of gaps in between those lines. Maybe that way those mountains already get some sort of structure. Like so. Let's go in here. Like that. Like so, right there. Dark area up here. One right here. And then we've got this one right here. Going down into the valley like this. Okay, let's just go in there and fill that up real quick. And we've got another mountain right here. See just the foot of this mountain. Right there. Make this edge dark as a separation to the one behind it. Like so. Okay. There we go. Let's continue all this down here. Maybe like that. Doesn't need to be a lot right here. Just want to continue the shape like this. Okay. Let's now go into the plain right here. That's in front of the mountains. Just some hills and minor elevations indicated here. Maybe like so. Maybe a little hill right there. Like this. Okay, let's go. Right there. Let's pick the 3B pencil and make this The hills on the foot of this mountain continue into the plain down below, like so. And let's also go in here and keep my nose out of the frame and give the mountains some detail. Maybe not too much in those ones way over there. It's easy to just overload them. Something in here. Let's leave this tiny peak in the middle right here blank, or without those details right here. We see very little of it, so if I put any detail in, it vanishes into the other mountains. Okay, now going right here. Up there. In here. In here, and a little something in there. Up here, in here, and right there. Let's go in with some larger movements right here. Right. Let's just continue with the random stuff right there, maybe like this. Like so, some areas darker, some lighter. Also some cross-hatched areas right here, like so. Maybe like that. All right, let's fill in this area like right here. Looks like it's glowing out there. Maybe if this was a scene from a fantasy story, there would be some magical source of light down there, but in this series I'm not drawing any fantasy stuff. I just want to practice my regular landscapes. So we just have a normal elevation right there. Okay, let's go in here with a couple more lines like that. And now I'm going to establish a foreground just down there. That easy. Just a line going through all of that chaos down here. Defines our foreground. Let me get rid of most of those lines right here. Some of them are really, really dark. Can't really get rid of all of that as much as I press down. Okay. Like this and like that. Now I'm going to follow the scheme that I've got going in this scene and make the upper edge of this elevation darker as separation from the midground. And I will get lighter as I go down here, like this. Okay, let's go in with the 8B pencil and make the edge as dark as possible. Get a nice separation going right there, and then have some detail. Going down here, I'll switch to the 3B pencil, because we're not as dark. Okay. That's a nice and chaotic ground down here. Now let's get some trees going in the foreground, shall we? Let's have one overlap with the mountains right there. Maybe like this, right here. Maybe that's too far to the right already. I want this tiny mountain right there to be seen still. That's sort of a vanishing point and focal point in this scene. Don't want it to be gone. But I think like this, yeah, it's still going to be there. Okay, let me first put in all of those trees. Some should be behind this edge right here, and then I guess we would see some foliage, but I don't want to cover too much of that background. So let's go in here and have one more tree right there. Let's go in and give them an outline to the right. The ones that grow up here are a little bit wider than the ones back there. Like this. Right there. Okay. Now let's get rid of the background. Like that. Right here. Over here. Right there. And in here. Like so. Okay. Let's get rid of that stuff. Okay. Now Let me go in with the 3B pencil and draw in the mid values of those trees. I'm going to leave the right area just blank, maybe a tiny bit, maybe not a tiny bit of the 3B value. Maybe I will go in with the HB pencil, but then again, I think I won't, because this area of the background right here is also just has the value of the HB pencil, and therefore those trees are going to melt into the background if I make them even a little bit darker on the left. So I think the light side is going to be bright like this, going to just remain like that as a separation between the trees and the background, like so. And right here, and there. Now let's get a little bit more of a transition from the shadow side to the mid values, like this. Like that. Right here. Back there. And in here. Like this. Right. Let's now give those trees something to stand on. Like so. Right there. And now I stick with the 8B pencil and give those trees that start growing behind the ridge of this foreground some trees, since we see a little bit more of those. Maybe like this, like that. And this one right here starts right there, going over here. Right there. Up here. Maybe right here. And then there. Bifurcation right here. Okay. And then let's go in and put in some leaves. Put some leaves onto those branches. Maybe this part goes all the way over there to behind the tree that stands in front of it. Okay, let's have some leaves in front of the tree trunk as well. Just a couple down here. Gotta be careful not to draw over this tree in front of that one. Okay. There. And let's put some leaves over here to the right side. Maybe all the way up to the corner of the scene like this. Okay. And there we've got our scene for today. So let's clean up the edges. Let's go across up here. Get rid of all that mess right here. Most of it anyway. Right there. And then down here. Oh dear. I've got the edge of the scene right there, so I've got to cut across right here. And going across once messes my eraser up completely. Let's see if I can get this. Maybe like that. The 8B is really tenacious, I gotta say. It's a hard one to erase. Don't think I can get it any better than this. Okay, but I think that's good enough. Let me knock off that residue. Okay. Right, there we go. Okay. Thank you for watching. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you got something out of it. Oh boy. That's very far from a circle, but the tip of my pencil is somehow shaping the piece of paper right now and forming grooves that it wants to remain in. Oh well. I really gotta practice my signature. I mostly don't like the way it looks. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you find yourself coming back to the channel, please consider subscribing, giving the video a like, and dropping down into the comment section to tell me what you think about what I'm doing here. And with all that said, thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.